Hello guys, welcome back to my another video. So in this video I'll show you 5 PC games that run only 1024 MB GPU. Without any farther ado, let's start it. Assassin's Creed 2 is a favorite of the video game community and fans of the Assassin's Creed franchise. Fans will still claim Assassin's Creed 2 to be the best game in the franchise, and rightfully so. The game is a masterpiece in every sense of the word. It is a joy to play from start to end. The story of Ezio Auditore that spans nearly a decade in the game is one of the best in video game history. If you missed the game back in the day, 2020 is still a great time to dive back into the streets of Florence for some good assassin action on your 1024 MB GPU powered setup. The Ezio trilogy are some of the best games you can play, even in 2020. Now I show you the minimum requirement for playing this game. You can see on the screen. Visceral Games hit it right on the spot with the first Dead Space title, but no one could have predicted the critical and commercial success of the second game in the franchise. Dead Space 2 is still considered one of the most effective and brilliant survival horror games in the genre and one of the best games of its time. Nominated for several Game of the Year awards, Dead Space 2 is among the best games you can play, even in 2020. Dead Space 2 has aged extremely well and is still visually impressive and can run on 1024 MB GPU quite smoothly. Now I show you the minimum requirement for playing this game. You can see on the screen. There are plenty of games that offer player choice and branching storylines, but none come close to the level of Mass Effect 2. With a completely customizable character, you can even choose your character's backstory, and thus you are given complete control of the story in this game. The decisions and alliances you choose to make in this space adventure alter the game's storyline. Depending on your choices, you arrive at your conclusion. Mass Effect is one of the RPGs in the history of games that cannot be missed. The game is visually impressive and is as in-depth as it can get. Yet it does not demand too much from a gaming setup and can run perfectly on a 1024 MB GPU. Now I show you the minimum requirement for playing this game. You can see on the screen. Batman: Arkham City excels in every aspect of a video game: the graphics, the gameplay, the story, and of course, the combat. The game is a masterpiece and won several Game of the Year awards in 2011. It is one of the best games of its kind and offers one of the best Batman stories, be it movies, comics, or TV. Following up Arkham Asylum was a mammoth task, but Rocksteady proved that they could deliver great games back-to-back, as evidenced by the excellent Arkham trilogy. The game is not too demanding by today's standard, but back then, it was a great game to test out how powerful a gaming setup could be. A 1024 MB is a decent amount of video memory to run Arkham City. Now I show you the minimum requirement for playing this game. You can see on the screen. When Spec Ops: The Line was first unveiled back in 2009, people weren't too excited as it looked like a standard military shooter affair in the same vein as Call of Duty and Battlefield games. But when the game was finally released in 2013, players realized what a masterpiece Spec Ops: The Line is. The game is an excellent narrative-driven experience and has perhaps the greatest plot twist in gaming history. Spec Ops: The Line is one of the best games in the history of video gaming and should not be missed. In case you own a 1024 MB GPU, you can play this masterpiece without running into any issues. Now I show you the minimum requirement for playing this game. You can see on the screen.